parties to an offense is the topic we want to look at. Parties to an offense. Now, depending on the complexity of a particular crime or of a crime that is to be committed, often than not, crimes are committed by more than one person. Okay? And the Criminal Code chapter 2 of it deals with this aspect that we are looking at. So it focuses basically on the principal offenders, as one can see in section 7, 8, and 9 of the Criminal Code, and accessory after the fact. Now, what is the essence of looking at this topic, parties to an offense? Like we established earlier, that most of the times when crimes occur, more than one individual has a role to play. And what we must note is that every crime is like a harm being done to the society. Okay, so any crime committed, whether against individual, it's a crime committed against the general good of the society. And that is the reason why crime will continue to be something that is prohibited by our laws. I give you, for instance, as it relates to parties to an offense. Mr. A, B, and C works in a bank. A works at the counter and have access to the bank details of customers. B works as the secretary to the general manager, while C has the key to major offices in the bank. Now, from this example that we have put forward, we see that it is very unlikely for C to successfully dispossess the bank of its money. Same thing for A. Same thing for B. It is very unlikely that they will not be discovered. I'll repeat the example again, that Mr. A, B, and C works in a bank. A works at the counter and have access to the bank details of customers. B works as the secretary to the GM, while C has the key to major offices in the bank. Number one, if the incident is to take place on a normal day, it is A who have the access to a bank detail of a customer that we know whether or not the customer has some money that can be stolen. Because the truth remains that you can't steal money that does not exist. So accordingly, A alone cannot successfully carry out a crime, except if it has to do with internet transfer. But at the same time, I believe that such situation is not something that may be approved, or that he can approve all on his own. Therefore, a proper collaboration between the three of them can aid a successful robbery operation. As it's often said that Many of the incidences of crime we have in the bank are usually based on information and properly coordinated arrangements. So we notice that a lot of people will have roles to play in it. Now let's move forward. Let's look at section 7 of the Criminal Code Act. The law provides that when an offense is committed, please, your voice is loud enough to give me that example I want. Can you please go ahead? Or any other person, please. No one is ready to speak? Okay, all right, we take it that is well understood and you don't want to share knowledge. So let's look at section 9, and then all of us will be engaged in a question from me, which we will expect participation by every member of this class, because this pertains to section 7, section 8, and section 9. But before then, let's look at section 9. Section 9 says, where a person counsels another to commit an offense is actually committed after the counsel by the person to whom it is given. It is immaterial if the same offense was committed in a way counseled or not. I repeat, where a person counsels another to commit an offense and an offense is actually committed after the counsel by the person to whom it is given, it is immaterial if the same offense was committed in a way counseled or not. This is the example to explain that part. Mr. John has been told that in that warehouse there are a lot of goodies that can be taken, and that if he's successful in his attempt to take those things, he can become a big man. Then Mr. Shegun told him that the best time you can go there is 4 p.m. because by 3, most of the staff must have gone home. Therefore, you have a clear course by 4 o'clock. And then he gets there and he has looted a lot. And just before he left, he saw a box containing United States dollars. And as he made effort to drop the things the loot that he thought he had, will satisfy him, there was a very terrible fall. And then that alerted the security on duty. And the security made effort to see what was happening. And Mr. John killed him in the process. Section 9 is saying that what he was counseled to do was stealing, but he ended up committing murder. But Section 9 says it is immaterial. What is immaterial is a counsel was given and an act was carried out. That's what Section 9 says. Section 7 talks about the various roles play. Number 8, section 8 talks about common intention. Number 9 talks about counsel for a particular crime, but another one results. Now, this is the general question for everybody. A bus conductor assaulted a passenger for not paying a complete fare, and the passenger died as a result of such assault. Can the driver and the conductor be charged with manslaughter considering, under section 8? I'll repeat again. General query. A bus conductor assaulted a passenger for not paying a complete fare, and the passenger died as a result of such assault. Can the driver and the conductor be charged with manslaughter? Your answer will be based on section 8 of that criminal code. Yes, please. You can unmute and speak to us.
And the conductor is liable because their intention is to collect the fare, but it leads to the death of the passenger. Not paying the complete fare.
All right. Okay.
So I have a contribution as well.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. My contribution is even between the driver and the conductor, the driver is supposed to drive, while the conductor is the one supposed to coordinate behind. That means he's supposed to collect the bus fare. However, if the conductor can hear their conversation behind and is aware that the rate at which this argument is going, it might lead to some other thing, then it is meant to, persuade the conductor, probably persuade the conductor and tell him to be careful so that it don't lead to another thing. If he can hear and he still decides to keep mute, that means he's also, they did it jointly, so he's also liable to this. But if that is not the case, then the conductor alone should be liable. Right. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Did the driver offend you?
So how?
All right. Okay. Let me ask. Let me ask further. Can you hear me, class?
Yes.
What if the driver has said, if they burn you well, no collect my money? Will your answer still remain the same?
Okay, sir.
If the driver has said, when he parked the car, the box, and said to the conductor, if they burn you well, no collect my money, will your answer still be the same?
No, sir.
Okay.
That means
let's take it one by one. Raise your hand. Let's take Imam Uwundo first.
Okay, sir. It will be the same. Both the driver will be liable, and the conductor too will be liable.
Was that what was your initial view? What was your initial position?
No, my initial position, you modified it. You said, what if the driver was not aware of what is going on behind him?
Yes.
So I now said that it depends on how the vehicle is constructed.
Okay.
But if the vehicle is partitioned in such a way that the driver won't be aware of what is going on behind him, then the driver will not be guilty. Then now you further say that what if the driver tells the conductor that if they burn you, they don't collect that money? So in that case, now the driver being the
Mr. Wondo, I can't hear you. Can anybody hear me? Yes, I can hear you now.
I think it's not speaking.
Okay, please go ahead now.
Okay, so I'm done with that.
Okay. All right, thank you very much, Mr. Emmanuel. Yes, next Adebeshi. Let's have Adebeshi. Please kindly kindly drop your hand if you answer the question so that we know the next set to call. Thank you.
Okay, hello?
Yes, please, go ahead.
This is Adebesh.
All right.
I will say that the driver is the main initiator of the offense due to the fact that he instructed the conductor to deal with the passenger if he refused to pay the tip fare.
How did he instruct him?
By saying if they born you well, don't collect money.
Is that an instruction or just a way of passing a message to his? No, I'm just asking. No, I don't know the driver, so I'm not
like an
defending.
instruction that if they born you well, don't collect my money. So, like he is instructing him or commanding or issuing a directive. So, irrespective of the consequence thereafter, he happens to be the one that caused anything that took place.
Okay. All right. That's okay. Thank you very much.
Yes, I want to contribute, sir.
Mrs.
Hello, sir, I want to contribute.
Mrs. Amarachi.
Hello, sir, I want to. All right.
I think there are two Amarachis here. Yes, the first Amarachi. Please speak.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. I want to repeat what I said before.
Okay.
That the driver told the conductor, if they know you well. It's just a statement. It doesn't mean that he instructed him to go and kill or to go and fight. The responsibility of the driver is to drive the passengers, and the responsibility of the conductor is to collect the money from the passengers. So however